Well, a very good evening, everyone. I'm DJ Sean, and welcome through to a Monday night stream. If you don't know who I am, I'm DJ Sean, that charity streamer. My job here is to raise money and awareness for various charities, which we'll be getting back into in just a few short weeks. Well, it is Milk Run Monday, so what that means for us is that we will be flying from Melbourne through to Sydney. Hey, Drip Neo, hello, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing really well. We are going to be flying Melbourne to Sydney. Milk Run Monday on Vatsim, really exciting. Haven't done a bit of streaming for a little while. Unfortunately, I've been snowed under with a lot of work. That's really been killing off my free time during the evenings where I've actually been coming home and either continuing to work or absolutely exhausted from working and just having to chill out on the couch and spend some time with my little pugs and my partner, of course. Probably not in that order. Yeah. I love my dogs. Hey, Con, welcome to the stream. Good. Was good leaving Melbourne tonight. Lots of sector online. Awesome. Well, that's what we want to hear. At the time of going live tonight, it's Monday. Monday the 8th of July, 2019. We've got Melbourne Tower. Sorry, I'll probably start from the bottom up. We've got departures. We've got ground. We've got tower. We've got approach, and we've got 2 center controllers. So that's pretty exciting. Not a lot of traffic on the ground in Melbourne though. We'll bring up Vatastic in just a few seconds and have a look. Verity, hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, welcome. Hi guys, welcome everyone. I've just realized that I haven't turned on my little chatty program. I've got a little program that I use for VR when I jump into it so I can see you all. Hopefully that's all working now. We'll chuck you over there and chuck you there. Hopefully now that I can hear the little beep when you guys chat. Alrighty, well, we are here in lovely Melbourne. Unfortunately, the weather on the east coast of Australia, I always say unfortunately, people pull me up on it, but unfortunately the weather is pretty good. Not a cloud. Oh, as I say that, not a cloud in the sky as I spot a couple of distant clouds. I swear when I started the stream there were no clouds. That's what you get for active sky. Alrighty. Hey PLO, welcome to the stream. Hello. So we are in the Virgin Australia 737-800. You can see here on Bay Echo 10. I don't know what's actually happened to my Melbourne scenery, but my aero bridges seem to have changed. These were not the aero bridges that I had, and for some reason they have changed. I had these glass ones, these blue glass ones that I'd edited the scenery a little bit, and for some reason my aero bridges have changed. I don't know what I've done. Clearly I've done something. But we are here on the flight deck receiving the aircraft as if the previous crew had left it. So we are on the ground power. The APU is not running and the emergency exit lights are now not armed. Now that we're on board, we'll go ahead and arm those guys. We might stop the landing and start the flight leg. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look at the route we're doing today. So this is the Navigraph desktop charts app. It's an absolute perler of an app. The upgrade, it's really a big step up from the previous iteration of it. Even though the previous iteration was pretty good, this one takes the cake. So my home country here, Australia, and you can see there the lovely flight leg up to one of the busiest sectors in the world, the real world. It's a pretty busy sector in the virtual world as well. We're flying to the northeast, so we're flying from Melbourne up across the border from Victoria to New South Wales, bypassing our nation's capital there in Canberra and coming up into Sydney just here. We'll have a little bit of a very quick look here at Vatastic here and just have a look at the state of affairs here where we've got give you a bit of I guess a visual representation of all the traffic going between the two sectors at the moment on Vatsim. So yeah, pretty big. Hey Sean, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it has been a little bit. It's been about two and a bit weeks, maybe. Hopefully it hasn't been that long since the last stream. So yeah, pretty busy there. You got hopefully they're working themselves out, those two just there, but we'll see how we go. Let's go ahead now and jump into it. We'll jump straight into reviewing the flight plan and then we'll jump in and get the aircraft set up and ready to go. So tonight we are on Vatsim flying Milk Run Monday, operating velocity 887 from Melbourne through to Sydney, 8th of July. Got a trip time of 1 hour and 1 minute, requiring just shy of 3 tons of fuel. Got a contingency there of about 10%. There's another 300 kilos. We are carrying an extra 20 minutes holding time that I've put on there just because, actually, sorry, we do pack on 20 minutes holding time here for Sydney, and I do chuck on a extra 30 minutes down below. So got a fixed reserve of 11 or 1.2 tons. I round up a little bit here. So the absolute minimum required to get us to Sydney is about 5.3 tons of fuel. I then go chuck an extra ton and a bit on for 30 minutes of holding time. We are on Vatsim. You never know how these things will go during an event. So we're going to take off with about 6.3. On the ramp here, we should have about 6.5 in the tank if the refuelers have done their job. And lucky for us, that seems to be the case. So we're all on board. Once we... what am I trying to say here? So with the fuel on board, there we go. Got trapped by my own sentence structure. We should have about 2 hours and 40 minutes of flight time for an hour and a minute, 1 minute flight. By the time we do get to Sydney, though, with a fuel over the destination will allow us another hour and 23 minutes once we get to Sydney. Got a zero fuel weight tonight of 60.2 tons with a bit of motion lotion of 6.5 tons minus a little bit for the tax. It gives us a blast off weight of 66.5 tons. So we're a little bit over our max landing weight, and we just need to remember that for our departure briefing. We're going to burn off about 3 tons on the flight, and we're going to land in Sydney with about 63.5 tons. We're not going to worry about the schedule for this flight. I have adjusted the daylight in this, the time in the sim back, I think maybe 3 hours to allow a bit of daylight. We'll fly into sunset and hopefully land in Sydney at night, which should be good. You heard about the new Doha X-Plane 1972. No, can't say I do, Sean, unfortunately. Can't say I know that one. Alrighty, continuing on. We're up at 37,000 feet today, and the shear rate is 3. Anything greater than 6 means we'll have a few bumps in the flight. Given that it's only 3, we should be relatively fine just there. 245 at 245 degrees rather at 78 knots. The wind up at 37,000 feet. We can skip the alternate. The weather in Sydney is really good. It's a mirror image of Melbourne basically, and we can skip the contingency summary for this flight. This is the flight plan. This is my own, Sean. This is my, I customized OFP for PFPX, and I think it's pretty nice. This is the actual flight plan. You'll see me come back to this when we start configuring up the FMC, so we'll skip this for now. This is, I'll skip this page, when we start configuring until we start configuring the box. I can't talk tonight. This page is the actual flight plan. This lists all the waypoints as well as our top of climb, top of descent, any step climbs. It's got a whole host of important information, timing, wind information, ISO, but the most important is the fuel check that we have down the side there. We'll check that every couple of times during the flight, just make sure that we're not burning through any fuel excessively. 2 pages for the flight plan. No alternate plan for our flight today. As I said, the weather in Sydney is pretty damn good, which we're going to check out right now. So the weather is very boring for our flight from Melbourne to Sydney today. 290 at 6 knots, probably runway 27 for us. Or 3-4, whatever. Cav okay, so ceiling and visibility is okay, which you can definitely see out the window as I showed you before. Temperature 10, rather cool in Melbourne tonight with a dew point of 5, QNH 1023. I might just go ahead and very sneakily set that now before I forget, 1023, and 1023. Looking for the forecast and a little bit later on, the weather's going to remain really good in Melbourne. Sydney, 280 at 9. So very similar winds, Cav okay. A bit warmer in Sydney the further we head north, QNH 1020. No significant weather forecasted for the next little while. A few clouds at 3,000 rolling in, but nothing to really worry about. Cav okay for our flight into Sydney. This is a sideways view of the flight plan, so we're taking off and flying from left to right. You can see not a lot of weather. Might get a couple of little bumps there on the descent into Sydney, but nothing to worry about at all. Top down view, you've already seen this view using the Navigraph Charts app. As you can see, we are going with the wind. We are flying with the wind. We're going to have 54 to 56 knots up the tail, and that'll push us along. very nicely to Sydney. Okay, that is a review of the flight plan. If anyone's got any questions about that one, let me know. If not, we'll go ahead now and start getting the aircraft configured for our flight to Sydney. We've got an Asus online. We do have an Asus 1180, but what we'll do ahead now is we'll go ahead and get that warmed up. Go ahead, turn you guys on. You're on. We can turn the chimes and the seatbelt signs on because we've finished refueling. And that's all looking really good. Have I got my X-plane down really low? I think I do. Let me just get that checked real quick. Where's X-plane? Yes. There we go. I thought my X-plane was really low. Okay, let's go ahead now and we'll start with our pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested on my side. We'll test the oxygen on your side. That's looking really good. We might turn the panel brightness up here a little bit over to the center console. Quick fire test. It's looking good. A cargo fire test down to do a TCAS test.
Adjust vertical speed.
Over to this side. Left, right side looking good. Down to you. All there in the locked position. They're looking good. Okay, quick test of the annunciator lights. They're looking good. Over your side, you're looking good. And let's go ahead and light up like a Christmas tree. Everything's looking like it's lighting up for us. Yeah, it's all looking good. The MCP's looking good. Everything's looking good on the radio panel. Go ahead there. We'll go and reset the fuel flow. TGAS test is passed, looking good. We'll go do a, we can't do a GPWS test just yet. Let's go ahead FMC position. We'll go ahead and chuck Sydney. No, we're not in Sydney yet. We will be later on. We're in Melbourne now. And it's given us South 3744, East 14450. 3740, East 14450. That looks close enough to me. Go ahead, chuck that guy in there. And Melbourne there, and look at that, it's a line. We'll go do a system test. Beautiful. Quick check, yes, up the back here. Hi everyone down the back. Quick check of all the circuit breakers here, making sure that nothing has popped, which it hasn't. Causa, hello buddy, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing really well. I'm doing one of my long-ass pre-flights here, so bear with me. Okay, up here, let's have a look here. That should go off. It does. We want, a stick shaker test. That's working. A stick shaker test on that side. It's working. That's working. And a quick test of that guy. That's working. Beautiful. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Forgot how long this test actually takes. Give me my checklist. There we go. Alrighty, so, whoa, good old X-Plane's mouse. Okay, so this is our checklist for the 7.3. We're going to be focusing here on the pre-flight. So oxygen tested 100% both sides. The navigation, transfer, and display switches. That's these guys here. They're all normal, and he's on auto. What do we got here? The window heat. That's the 4 switches up the back there. That's those 4 along there. They are all on. Hey, David, I didn't. I'm on a couple of versions prior to the latest. Fill us in. What happened with the latest version? The pressurization mode selector. He's over here in the corner. He's on auto. And while I'm over here, I always take the opportunity to set the cruise altitude. Otherwise, I tend to forget it. 37,000 feet for us. The flight instruments. So we're checking the heading and the altimeter. So heading 345 on my side. Heading 345 on your side. We've got 1023 and 450 feet set, 1023, 450 and 450, 460 set just there. The parking brake is set and the engine levers are cut off. That's the pre-flight checklist complete. Hey, Looper, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing really well. Welcome. All right, okay, that's the pre-flight checklist complete. Let's go ahead. Have we got any ATIS? No, we don't. So what we might do now is grab, it looks like ground and tower have logged off out of Melbourne, which is a little bit annoying. So we'll go over to departures now and get our clearance from them. 118.9 for us. Let's jump on that now. 1189. Ah, nice. Safa, hello, welcome to the stream, but it's the last version. I think it's their last version. I think the team's falling apart. Oh, it's a shame. They did cop a whole lot of flack. This community can be a little bit tough sometimes with people, and yeah, it's free. Like, give them a break. Like, wow, what an amazing sim that we have. Okay, what do we got here? We're still with departure, I guess. So let's go ahead and have a chat with them. Melbourne departure, very good evening. Velocity 887 for Sydney, request clearance.
Velocity 888, contact Melbourne Tower, 0.5, see ya.
I don't know what 888. Velocity 887, there's no ground or tower online.
Yeah, there is contact Melbourne Tower, 1.0.5, it's online.
Okay. Okay, that must be a Swift anomaly. We'll go with that. Thanks. Okay, it's just showing that okay, there is a tower online, but there's no voice room. Hey, look, we'll give it a crack. We'll give it a crack. So we'll switch you back. We'll go to 1180. Is there a voice room? There's no voice room. 1205 or 1205. There's no voice room for these guys. What we might do is we might just disconnect and reconnect. See if that that fixes it up. So disconnected, we'll connect. This is the lovely Swift client you can see just here, and if we click on the ATC tab, which was actually got clicked right now, you've got some little what are they called, filters, and we can filter this. So we are starting to get some ATC come online as it starts to populate, but as you can see, there's no voice channels for Tower and the ATIS, so they would show up just here. Do you have the Magnite 787? No, David, I don't. I wonder if we can manually join that channel. So if we go, yeah, did that work? Yeah, 1180, we've set that. Can we go somewhere along here and manually do it? What's audio do? No, that's not. Voice rooms. Can we manually do a voice room? We can do an override. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. So let's go rw1.vatpack.org/Melbourne_tower. Let's try that, because this is the world's most complicated program to use. Audio, voice rooms, override. We'll go tower 1205 and we'll go rw1.vatpack.org/ml_twr. Enter. Melbourne Tower, hello. Velocity 887, radio check. Hey, there we go. There we go. We just had to manually do it. Yeah, Swift's a bit touch and go. It's a bit flaky like that. That guy's got a voice room, but we couldn't join it. Tower Velocity 887, thanks for that. We're for Sydney, request clearance. It's way better than X Squawk Box though.
Velocity 887, cleared to Sydney by no cell planned route. Climb by Sid 5000, no cell 9 departure, runway 27, squawk 30 70 and departure.
307.
Melbourne departure on 118 Montana.
Climb via SID 5000 runway 27. That's right. Okay, cleared to Sydney rather via Dozal plan route. Climb via the SID 5000, Dozal 9 departure runway 27, squawk 3070 and airborne on 1189, velocity 887.
Velocity 887.
Sean, there's a lot more controls over both the AI, your audio. It runs outside the sim, so if it crashes, you can just restart it. It's much better.
Visual approach 34.
Okay, so now that we're with tower, I'm too scared to stop them, but I might just mute them for the moment just while we go ahead and get the aircraft set up for our departure. So we're given a squawk of 3070, so we'll go ahead and set that now, 3070, and back to the box here. It's a, where are we? What do I want? I don't want movie, I want AviTab. There we go, and we want our flight plan, which is under charts. It's under full plans, and Melbourne to Sydney on the 8th of July. We'll change that to you. Here we go. So this is the business end of the flight plan. This is what I skipped over before when we're going to flight plan review. This page here has our route in it, distance of 421 nautical miles for us, flight level 370, and this FMC data entry line, that's what we're going to input into the FMC right now. Okay, so we're off to Sydney. We're operating company route in Melbourne, SID, whoops, if I can spell, SID 1. Chuck that in there. Go ahead and activate, execute that. It's runway 27 for us. We are velocity 887. Over to the departures and arrivals. Departures 27. The Dozal 1 departure was the one for us. And the legs just there. Hey John, good to see you streaming at Aussie68. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks very much, buddy. Buckle in, get comfortable, get yourself a beer, and we'll get airborne real soon. Okay, so over to the performance initialization page. So we've got a zero fuel weight of 60.2 for us. There's a reserve of just 1.2 for tonight's flight. 1.2. Cost index of 20. Flight level 370 for us. The wind up there is 245 at 78. Negative 55. And our transition altitude for Australia is 10,000 feet. Runway 27, 24k D rate, no D rate in the climb. We are flaps 5. Give ourselves an acceleration height here of 1,500 feet, as well as the thrust reduction height there. Chuck that guy in there. CG, that guy, and that guy. 4.87 on the trim. That's looking pretty good. 148 in the box up here. 148 there. Cruise page, it's 0.78 for the cruise. The descent is 0.78/280 on the descent. The descent forecast transition level down is 110, and it's got us landing with about 3.9 tons of fuel. The plan has us landing with about 3.4, so not too bad. That'll definitely firm up the closer or the further we get into the flight. Those numbers will start to firm up a little bit. Okay, so now that we've done that, it's time to get some charts up here. So we want airports Y, MML. We need to go ahead and tie our Navigraph to AviTab. Unfortunately, it did time out on me because I hadn't flown for a little while, so we're just going to go ahead and activate that now. So you can tie the Navigraph charts into AviTab and view the charts, which is very, very handy. And log it in, there we go. So logged in. So now when we go to airports and we type in Melbourne, we should get another little icon, which we do just there, and we can bring up our chart. So airport chart, we want a airport info chart, we want a departure chart. Ooh. 217G and the ground is online now. Good to see that they're coming back. The Dozer 1 departure, and we want one more chart, which is for our ILS Zulu or localizer Zulu for runway 27. Okay, so 263. So we'll go ahead now and start configuring the aircraft up for our departure. Don't worry if you don't really know what I'm doing. I will brief it in just a few short moments. So one on that one, on that one. So heading to match our departure, heading 263. We will clear to 5,000 LNAV, sorry, VNAV and LNAV down there. Course 263 for you also, 263. Is it true that the hot start TBM is shortly to have the Navigraph integration? Was Jones? I haven't heard that rumor. I know that there was a lot of discussion about the TBM getting the Navigraph integration. I hope it's true. I do hope it's true. Okay, we are ready. 1141. 1141. Sorry, I've got the ATC in my ear, and some of the guys that talk on Vatsim are quite funny. Oh, that's for us. Go ahead for velocity 887. 109.
Will be 887, just be advised, Melbourne ground is now on 121.7, so if you need to contact him, contact him.
I think we will. Okay, copy. We copy ground. We just haven't got to switch it over. Thanks very much. Velocity 887. Okay, so that's set. That's set. We'll make you active on you. Bring you guys down here. You're on. We can turn you off. We can put terrain on. You're on. You're on. We might go ahead and start the APU now as we're getting ready to go. We'll pressurize the hydraulics. See if that guy will close in. Do you like the 787? David, I haven't got much experience on the 787 or flying on it. I'm much more familiar with the 73, obviously. If there was a really good 787, like the quality wings, I think, for prepared, if that found its way to X-Plane, I'd probably definitely have a look. AFIRM, there is ATC. There's a full contingent of ATC online. We've got ground, tower, departures, a approach, and 2 center controllers on. This is better than watching Dino. No comment. No comment. Okay. Alrighty. So we are now ready for a very, very rough, because I've forgotten it, departure briefing. So guys, for you on the stream, you are my virtual FO. So if you got any questions during the departure briefing, please let me know, and we'll go through and review it. Okay, so we are operating velocity 887 from Melbourne through to Sydney. Those of you that were with me for the flight plan brief know that the weather's really good here in Sydney. We're over here on Fox 10, Echo 10 rather. We're on Pier Echo just here, right up the end, Echo 10. So it's going to be a pushback for us. Unfortunately, Better Pushback's not working for me tonight. It's crashing my sim. I've got to look into it. So we're just going to be using the default X-Plane pushback. So it's just going to be a pushback straight back. Hello, Amir TV. Hello, welcome to the stream. Doing recreations. I know the devs, they're recreating the fuselage with interior and then the cockpit. I really think it has potential. Oh well, so do I. If that's the case, fingers crossed that they do a really good job. From there, it's going to be a relatively short taxi. He's going to taxi us along Alpha, which is this one just here. It'll be right on Echo and then on to Papa. So we are blasting off runway 27. It's going to be a left-hand seat takeoff. Flaps 5 departure with a 24k D rate. No assumed temperature for the departure. So what that means is, for those of you on the stream, you're my virtual FO. So from 0 through to 80 knots, if you see anything you don't like at all, shout it out on stream. I'll make an assessment about what we do. From 80 knots through to V1, we're only going to abort for an engine failure or a loss of control of the aircraft. From V1, we're going to take the problem into the sky. Talking about taking the problem into the sky, this chart just here is chart 21-3, effective the 20th of June. It's the ILS Zulu for runway 27. The aircraft is configured to to come back. We're actually departing off this runway, so we'll do a circuit and come straight back onto it. It's got a course of 263. You've got 263 plugged in on both sides, and it's got a ILS frequency of 1093, which we've got dialed up just on this corner of your screen just here. Looking at the minimum safe altitude for around the airport, 4,500 feet to the north of the field, only 3,700 to the south. So if we do need to come back, we'll turn to the left if we can, and if we get above 3,700, we'll be fine. Scotch K Domingo, welcome to the stream. If we do have to turn right for whatever reason, we just need to make sure we get above 4,500 feet before we turn around and come back. We are 200 kilos over our max landing weight. By the time we taxi out and blast off, we'll be right on our max landing weight, so we can just come straight back in and land. Is the overlay updated, or is that the correct flight route? That is Velocity 887 from Melbourne through to Sydney. That's the route. That's the one. What's more aversive and fun, VR or a 49-inch monitor with a yoke? Amir, VR hands down, any day of the week. What gate you at? I'm at gate Echo 10. Yep, there you go. Melbourne Dozer 1 to Dozer, Y59 to Rivet 3 into Sydney. That sounds about right to me. Okay, so if nothing does go tits up, this is the chart that we are on. It's a big chart, so I can zoom out to see all of it, but we'll just zoom in a little bit to see. This is chart 20-3 Charlie, effective the 20th of June 2019. This is the Dozel 1 departure with a speed restriction of 250 knots below 10,000 feet. So we're off runway 27 today, so we're departing off to the west, heading 263 to Atnol, which we can see in the chart, the box just here. You can see Atnol just there. It's a right turn to Parsi, it's a right turn to Pebto, where we're going to be 10,000 feet or above. You can see that as a height restriction just there. Then it's to Perth. From Perth, it's then all the way to Dozel. Okay, the weather's fine for our flight today. There's a little bit of terrain to the north of the field. We'll have terrain radar on my side. We won't have the weather radar on today, as the weather is really quite nice here in Melbourne. Okay, that's the departure briefing. If anyone's got any questions, please let me know. Alrighty, with the APU on, we'll go ahead, turn you on, turn you on, turn the bleeds on. Beautiful, that's all looking good, and we'll go switch to ground. Hey, Mia! That's really nice. Amir, thank you so much for the sub. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the Fight and Flight crew. I do encourage you to join Discord. You can see the link below. Link your Discord to Twitch, and you get some extra features in our Discord as well. Thank you again, buddy, and I really appreciate the support. Okay, let's go ahead now and get stuck into our flight. Jump into VR and get the hell out of here. Alright, so we can close you. We can close you, minimize you, and what else do we do at this point? I think we just go ahead and jump into... we're going to switch channels, that's right. We're going to switch ATC. We're going to go to ground, and ground's got a voice room, so that's good for us. Over to ground now, and we don't want to override. What do we do here? What do we do? Audio, that one, don't override. ATC, ground is 1217. 1217. Actually, we will probably need to get the ATIS. Is the ATIS working? Nope, there's no ATIS. Alright, 1217 for us. Tavers, hello buddy, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing really well. Welcome. 1217, is that going to work? Hey, there we go.
Sorry, departure 118.1.
Oh, it's this guy. I'm a little bit dark tonight. I'm a little bit dark. I've got we need some light. There we go. It's a little bit brighter.
3076.
3076.
3076.
Okay, now that we're with ground, it's
I'll tell you cruising level.
it's time to go. Let's close up the doors. Okay, close. And let's check up here. Milo, hello buddy, welcome to the stream. Just as we're going to go jump into VR, all the doors are closed. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go jump into VR. So we do have to switch mics to this lovely guy, unfortunately. So you're on. Go ahead and chuck you on. Screen goes black here for a second. That's all normal. Check you. You're on the VR profile. Let's go and do some VR.
Qantas 460 information Sierra requesting taxi runway 27.
There we go. Give me a sec, guys.
Taxi holding point Papa via Alpha Echo. Report ready. Sorry, correction. Holding point Papa via Alpha Echo.
Taxi to holding point Papa via Alpha and Echo Qantas 460.
Okay.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my crown hat on in terms of power handle.
Oh, I forgot how good it looks in here. Okay, so we want move VR. Move VR, we want system menu, we want chatty, come to me chatty, medium settings, move you to VR. There we go. Chuck you guys just there. I love getting the Rift. It's so clear that I don't have to have that window open as much. Okay, let's get going. So we need a checklist. Okay, the before start checklist. So we've got we've got it, there we go, 6.5 tons, and the pumps are on. The passenger signs are on. The windows are locked on my side, locked on your side. The MCP, we've got V2 148, 263 and 5,000. The takeoff speeds, we've got V1 139, V rotate 140, V2 148, 148. The CDU pre-flight completed. The trim is free and 0. See you later, guys. The taxi and takeoff briefings completed. To the line, below the line, the flight deck door is closed and locked, and the anti-collision light is now on. That's the pre-flight checklist complete. Ground, hello, velocity 887, Bay Echo 10, request push.
Velocity 887, good day, push and start approved.
Push approved, velocity 887. Okay, so I need to be a little bit uncivilized here, guys.
Qantas 460, contact Melbourne Tower 120.
I think I assigned a button to the default pushback because better pushback's not working for me. I just need to remember what that is. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Settings. Keyboard, push,
252, can I just confirm your departures 118
back, not better, push back, page up and page, it's page down, okay, page down.
Just 526, company A320, also in the air, just show caution.
Did page down work? Well, maybe we need to do it in the program. Sorry, guys. It's a little bit uncivilized, this.
Okay, a push cart is on it.
Because of the fact that my better pushback's not working.
Air Canada 799 today.
Start the clock.
Standing by Air Canada 799, thank you.
I don't know how I think this guy just comes up to me. Does he come up to me, the default X-plane pushback? I don't know whether I should have my park brake on or off. This could end up on flights in bests if we end up upside down because of this pushback driver. Come on. Where's he coming from? Baghdad?
Canada 799.
Where is this pushback?
Still plane routes. Climb height is initial 5,000 feet. Expect runway 27. Goes to 9 departure. Squawk.
He's left me hanging.
Departures 118. Decimal 9.
Where is this tug?
Here's the Sydney Airport. As filed, we'll take the Delta 9
Digging dirt. What are you doing, Milo?
flight level 5000 after departure. Depart
Sorry,
runway
guys.
7, squawk
Push cart on the way.
306.
Push cart on the way.
And we'll be on 118.9 for Air Canada 7.
Where is he? Push cart on the way.
No, it's report when ready for push.
Power out should be right. We can't make this turn. We can't turn. We'll
Push Air Canada 799.
we'll hit the gate.
Just FI 26, show caution, company A320 also pushing back.
Yeah, we've got the traffic, we'll wait for him.
We might have to do a dodgy pushback here, guys. We might have to do a dodgy pushback. I feel like we're going to have to do a dodgy pushback. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do a dodgy pushback here. Let me chuck that guy on there. Oh, terraforming. Right, okay. Alright, so let's go. Let's zoom right into here. Okay, we kind of moved off the bay. This is not going to end well.
Air Canada 799 ready for pushback. Gate Echo 9.
Oh god, we're now at Echo 8. We're now at Echo 8. Hey Daz, I just want to push back. Don't kill me. Okay, we're now at Echo. Yeah, we're still on Echo 8, and we're just going to close that before we kill ourselves.
799, pushing status.
Okay, let's consider that the push has been completed. We're all just going to agree that the pushback has been completed. All right, let's go ahead and start some engines.
Here we go.
What? No. We don't need to push back. No. We don't need to push back now. Oh, Christ. Okay, we're pushing back again. We're pushing back again. We're just going to... Yep, cool, we're doing it. We're pushing back. Maybe he just got stuck. Alright, I'll just keep turning us. Oh,
Okay,
God.
I'm clearing now.
Okay, thanks for the pushback. Jesus. Oh God, help us. Okay, let's go ahead and start the an engine and get the hell out of here before this tug kills us. Alright, rolling on 2. Those Virgin Flyboys, those damn cowboys. There's 24 fuel coming in. Keeping our hand on there just in case we've got to pull it. And watching the EGT come up. Fuel's coming in.
Ground Takeoff 250 is ready for taxi information, sir. Takeoff 252, can I taxi holding point Papa runway 27 via...
Sounds like Trent. Start a cutout. Sounds like we're following Trent.
Thank you, Alpha Echo, holding point Papa runway 27, taking 250.
That sounds like Trent. That's a good start on 2. Let's go ahead and start 1. I start the timer here just as a good reference check that the engine should be fully stabilized within 1 minute from the moment you click the starter, provided you put fuel in at 24% N2. If you miss that step, well then some other things can happen. It does sound like Trent, doesn't it? We'll see him come out of that. I think he's on this side of the bay. I think he's on the odd side of Echo, so I think we'll see him come out there. Okay, start a cutout. That looks like a good start on 1. Flaps 5. Ugh, flaps 5. Oh, that's not quite. Flaps 5. Control check. Watch your knees, guys. Rudder right, rudder left. Okay, up here. Yes. On. On, off. No, that's off. No, that's on, off, on. Yep, that's what I meant. Oh, that's what I meant. That one, on. Yes. Okay. Before a taxi checklist, generators are on. Probe heat is on. Anti-ice not required. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches for this aircraft stay in auto. Recalls checked. Auto brake RTO. Engine start levers are idle detent. Flight controls are checked, and a dispatch clearance is checked.
Can I offer you an alternative flight level 350 or 370 due to direction of flight?
Yeah, Milo, not too bad. I think there goes Trent. Up that way. Need to chase him down. Now ground and ground velocity 887 with Sierra request taxi.
Velocity 887, g'day, taxi holding point Papa, runway 27. Via Golf, hold short Alpha.
Papa via 27 via Golf, hold short of Alpha, velocity 887. Okay. Clear on the right and clear on the left, and he was hold short, so Golf's just here and hold short of Alpha, which is just up here. Hey Chewy, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Isn't it like mega early? Mega early? No, what time's it over there? It's in the morning, isn't it? Got the crazy ass fuel truck here.
Melbourne, have you a lovely flyer. Would you prefer the freight, Southern Freight apron, or do you have a specific gate in mind?
We have any gate in mind. I feel like we have to give way to these trucks. Take your time, buddy. Chewy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel, my friend. So Golf short on Alpha, which is Alpha's up there, so we can keep going.
Commander Canada 799 ready for taxi.
Hey, Canada 799, g'day, taxi holding point Papa, runway.
We're racing the Jetstar A320. Stay there, asshole. Thanks for getting out of the way, buddy. I appreciate it, the fuel truck. What a douchebag. Beerbog, hello buddy, welcome to the stream. And our ground velocity 887. Are we still holding here before Alpha, or are we good to go? I want to see if I can get ahead of this A320.
Yeah, if you can please. I just got a company 73. Actually, stand by. Toll Freight 22, could you hold Alpha please? Hold
yes,
Alpha.
wait.
Yeah, we're holding Alpha, Toll Freight 22.
Okay, maybe that's not him, maybe that's him. That's the toll guy holding. Ah, Jetstar.
Holding Papa, runway 27, give way to the 737, also taxi in front of you.
Oh, is that us?
Alpha Echo, Papa holding point, we'll give way to the 73, is that off to our left there?
Off to your right.
I believe that's, yeah, it'll be
No.
Canada 799 aircraft.
Oh, that guy.
He just looks stationary is all. If you want us to hold up here.
Talk about high-speed taxi.
Okay, just show caution, continue.
We'll keep an eye on him.
Those damn cowboy Jetstar guys.
Toll Freight 22, hold short, please hold short Alpha.
Traffic separation at its finest. That Jetstar guy, you got to give him credit. He was just going for it. He's taxiing down Alpha, zero fucks given.
Was there another aircraft that wanted to taxi?
A firm velocity 887. We're out of Echo 10 for Papa, runway 27.
887, could I continue taxi Alpha Echo holding point Papa?
Alpha and Echo holding point Papa, velocity 887. Okay, we are clear on the left. We're probably going to hit something here on the right. Oh, look at that. Aircraft through the sun. How beautiful is that?
Copy, short delay, Toll Freight 22.
Just 526, contact Melbourne.
Cowboy Airlines pulling the hoof out of it in our business. Amir, you're excited? Yeah, VR is definitely worth it, buddy. You got to have a bit of a meaty computer. I'm not going to lie. You do have to have a bit of a meaty computer. Oh, he's cleared this guy to taxi in front of us, I guess, or what? Okay. By all means. Don't put your spoilers up at me, buddy. Or is he doing that? Is that like a pilot wave to give way? You know, when you cut someone off at a traffic light or an intersection, you're like, sorry, buddy. Is that what you do as pilots?
My apologies, sir, for the short delay. You are clear to Sydney via Dosal plan route. Climb via the initial 5,000 feet. Spec runway 27. Dosal 9 departure. Squawk 3064. Departures 118.9.
You turned too early, buddy. That's not Echo. You're going down Tango, buddy. Cowboys. Oh, Mia, that shouldn't be too bad. Yes, Daz, that's also true. You're now going down Foxtrot.
Canada 799, contact Melbourne Tower 120 days from 5.
1205 is the next frequency. We better do that now.
Tower Canada 799.
Without hitting things. This knob takes a while to turn. Crap.
Toll freight 22 after the aircraft.
Stay.
7800.
Just say 7-3.
Taxi Alpha to the southern apron. And my apologies again for the short delay.
120.
After the velocity 73, we'll continue our taxi. Toll freight 22.
1205 tower. And there was an airborne frequency too. Does anyone remember what the airborne frequency is? I'll dial that up next. Just realised we haven't got a perfectly centred rudder here. I wonder what's going on. 1189 in real life, okay. We'll try that 1189. Oops, no, we're not ready to do that yet. 1189, yeah, cool. I think it's 1189, I'm pretty sure.
13887, contact Tower 120 days from 5. Have a good one.
Tower 1205, velocity 887. Good night. We're velocity 887, yeah. 1189. Do you VR P3D? No, buddy, just explain. Just explain. And our tower, velocity 887, ready and turn, runway 27. 1189.
Velocity 887.
Thanks, lads. Thanks for my virtual FOs. Okay, clear on the right. Okay, tell the crew to sit their asses down.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay, cabin is secure. The before takeoff checklist, please. The before takeoff checklist is flaps are 5, green light, and stabilizer trim is 4.8 units set. Before takeoff checklist complete as the sun sets here in beautiful Melbourne. I want VR, but I'm getting my Warthog HOTAS first. Yeah, I think the Warthog HOTAS is a pretty good choice. If you're doing stuff like DCS as well, I think definitely worth it. I feel like we're the last of the pack here. Turn a bit of backlighting on here. It's getting a little bit dark. Go ahead and grab you as well. Hey Steve. Well, we did have a fair bit of ground traffic and a Jetstar A320. He wasn't waiting for anybody. He just went and did his own thing. So yeah, we're just hanging out here. I don't know, we're waiting for something here. What are we waiting for? The guy that took off, he's at 5,000 feet. He's there. You guys see him?
Thank you for the 799 runway 27, clear to take off, contact departures, airborne, have a good flight, bye-bye.
Group Takeoff, runway 27 Air Canada 799, thank you.
Full City 887 behind the departing 737, runway 279, wait behind.
Behind the departing 737, line up and wait behind, velocity 887. Okay, we are clear on the right, one departing on the left. Let's get going. That one, double ding the crew. You're already on. Let's go. I got space last time I flew out from Melbourne waiting on someone who just took off from Canberra. That was a long 2 minutes, Aussie. That was a long 2 minutes. God, he was light. Up he goes. No, Vatsim traffic is going to come and land on my face. No. Now that's a beautiful sight. Yeah, copy Aussie, that sounds about right. Well, we're going to be here for a little bit. Anyone behind us? No. Oh, we got traffic over there. We got another one just there on the bay. Looks like he's pushed back. There's a couple behind us still to come. Could be in Sydney by now. Oh, here. 18 minutes the moment since the moment we push back to we're being on the runway. Oh, brother, I think we're good to go. Come on. Okay, runway 27. Southwest taxied and got out before you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just hanging here. Just sitting here doing nothing. Looking to the right. Looking to the left. What are we waiting for? That's our velocity 887. Are we right?
Just need to line up because of rising traffic.
Okay, we just see the guy that departed now 10 miles ahead of us. So when we're ready, velocity 887. I don't know, what do I say? The compass is landing? Have we got a guy landing on 3-4? He's not talking about old mate that's 2,800 feet up there, is he? So he's holding us because of traffic landing on 3-4. That's one thing, Chewy, I need to do is fly more helicopters in VR. I need to do that. I did get into a phase there where I really liked flying helicopters. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's traffic at our, I guess, what's that, 9 o'clock. Oh. Okay, clear for takeoff and departures. Just fact check me 118.9 for departures, velocity 887.
Affirm that is correct.
Thanks, velocity 887. See ya. Alrighty, brakes released up to 40%. Let's not fuck around. Let's get out of here. Someone convinced me to have a baby. Up to 40. They're both at 40. Let's toga. Let's go.
Runway 27 runway point.
Go, baby. Go, baby. Go. Where's this traffic landing 3-4? I don't want some cowboy landing into me. No, we're good. 80 knots, check. Rotate. Ooh, that was a bit fast. Positive rate. Gear up. He's a bit high. He's a bit high to be coming into Melbourne. David, you absolutely can. I won't be able to see it just yet. That's, he was 2,800 feet. I don't know if he's going to make it in. Or is he that guy just there, the 1,300? Okay, over to departures. Okay, there's our acceleration height. Melbourne departures, good evening. Velocity 887. We're 2,500 on climb 5,000. Flaps 1. Flight level 240, velocity 887. Okay, command 240. 240 set. He wasn't even in finals. No, he wasn't, was he? I can't see. Okay. After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds. Oh, let's get some lighting. Engine bleeds are on. Packs are auto. Landing gear is up and now off. And flaps are up, no lights. That's the after takeoff checklist complete. Yeah, Chewy, some people are just naturally drawn to certain things, and that's yours. It's good. It's something I definitely need to get more into. God, I love sunset. I think sunrise and sunset in X-Plane are absolutely spectacular. You couple that to VR. As you can see, we're making the turn here to Parsi. You can see a little red plane moving on the chart here. And it really is quite spectacular. Velocity 887, hold position, traffic on line up in Sydney for Melbourne. Beautiful, just beautiful. Now we just need xEnviro in VR and I'll be a happy chappy. What add-ons for graphics? Amir, if you jump on the Discord, I've got a whole a channel devoted to my add-ons that I use, and in that you can see all the add-ons that I currently use in the sim. It's like a live channel of the active add-ons at the moment. Look right, my joint there. Mate, is it just over there with that light on, just up there, over there? I think it could be. Might just jump in the other seat here real quick. As we say goodbye to Melbourne. Look at that winglet. That looks so good. Oh, 1240 is the next one. We'll just go standard first. Standard 10.6. now. Check, and off. Logo light's already off. I missed the red light. X Dino Skills, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel, my friend. I'm planning on getting the Rift S very soon. I'm excited. You won't be disappointed. Daz, Daz, he's a big supporter of the channel, and he's been there with one of my other big supporters. He's been having a couple of issues with his Rift, but touch wood, I haven't had any. Yeah, I was watching some of your videos on YouTube. Ah, nice, buddy. Well, welcome from YouTube. Welcome. Look at all the traffic coming into Melbourne. All that traffic coming into Melbourne down there. One there, and we're following the Air Canada guy. I forgot the frequency he said, though, for the frequency change. Anyone got any ideas on what that could be? I could actually go move VR and bring it in here, maybe. Move VR, manage windows. Have we got 1240, was it, Aussie? You reckon 1240? We'll dial that one up. 124. They need to increase the speed of this knob. 124. 1240. There we go. 1240. 1205. That was Tower, David. It's not that one. Beautiful. Yeah, it was Melbourne Centre. Yeah, that's the one. And up we go. 048. Beautiful. Let's try 1215. Should hopefully be very quiet. Yeah, it does. It's the sun coming in. I promise you it's not illuminated. Pull the extinguisher to make sure. Yeah, but Steve, it's up and then twist left and right, yeah? Such a troll. Such a troll. It is rather quiet on frequency, though.
Turn the 799 at 240.
As I say that.
And Canada 799, contact on Central 1248.
1240, you had it right, boys. Thank you again. You had it. You got it again, right, guys? Good test. You've passed the second FO test. It sells itself, Steve. It really does. It's a beautiful sim, especially when you're in VR. Alrighty, where are we? We're almost at Dozell, so we're almost at the end of this chart. There you go, you can see us just here, tracking down towards Dozell. So we should expect that we're going to get handed off to centre in the next minute or so. Is that Shirley? It sure is, Ozzy. It sure is. Come on, buddy, hand us off before we get to 24,000 feet. Hand us off before we get there. You can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. If you guys go exclamation sounds in the chat, you'll get PM'd a whole bunch of sounds that you can use on the stream as well. Some of them are really quite funny. exclamation mark sounds, not L sounds. Oh, is that just how exclamation marks look on my sim? Oh, come on, buddy. You've got no one else. Clear us up. Hand us off. Departures, velocity 887, approaching 240.
Velocity 887,
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shook.
Center 1240, velocity 887. Like, you're not doing anything else. Watch your scope and hand us off before we hit the restriction. Center good evening, velocity 887 with you maintaining flight level 240, looking for further climb.
Velocity 887, climb, flight level 370.
Flight level 370, velocity 887. 370 set.
Second, climb 254, start clearance, Lizzie 7 Alpha, arrival runway 34, when ready, descent, flight level 25.
I don't want to pick on him too much, but what else are they doing? Like, he's not talking to anyone on text or on voice. He's just got the scope alt tabbed and he's looking at YouTube videos or something. And they rely on us hitting our height to call them up to get clearance, and then they hand us off. It just irritates me a little bit. It irks me, doesn't it, Steve? Okay, well, all could be forgiven Daz if he was watching the stream. But if he was watching the stream, he should have bloody known that I was getting a 240. But you have a valid point there, Daz. What do we want? We want Sydney next, don't we? YSSY, enter. It does happen very, very often, Steve. Absolutely right. Oh, look at all the charts for Sydney. Oh, oops. Denied. Arrival will be a Rivet 3. That guy just there. Clear to taxi the bay of your choice, that's right. And into traffic. Okay guys, now that we are well on our way, let me jump out of VR and I will see you all in just a tick. Oh my god, the screen's black. There we go. Whew. My man. Alrighty, what do we got here? Alright, permission to leave the flight deck. Permission granted. That's the one we want. Hello, sir. Madam. You probably shouldn't be on this aircraft. It is Aussie, a firm.
Velocity 1587, contact Melbourne, center 125, station 10.
They've got some good in-flight entertainment though.
Canada 799, flight level 350. Is it okay if we step out the cockpit, Griffin?
All right.
Canada 799, no problem, 799.
Speaking of stepping out of the cockpit, I really need to get a drink.
I'll let you know Air Canada 799.
It's thirsty work. Don't tell the controller I'm going to step out for a second, but I will take a very quick pee break, guys, and I will be back in just a minute with a fresh drink, and we'll continue our flight to Sydney. See you all in just a sec.
45, we're passing flight level 301 and climb flight level 400.
Oh yeah, Marion, you've got the comms. Thanks, mate.
Qantas 45, Melbourne, Saturn, good evening.
Evening, Gord.
I thought it was you, but I didn't see a Qantas thing call signs. I got suspicious. You guys 269, contact Melbourne approach 132 decimal 0.
Approach on 132 decimal 0, Takeoff 269, bye-bye.
So while we were out getting a drink, we had a break into the flight deck here, and little Millie, what's that, Mill? Little Millie has broken into the flight deck here. Having a darling girl. Many kisses for Daddy. Right? It's hard work being a puggle, isn't it? Is that your brother? Oh, you can go down now. Oh, yum. Tastes good. All right. Pitching right or rolling up? Pitching right or rolling up? No, we're good. Everything's good. Any changes there, Steve? Check your rudder from your yoke is pitching right. Yeah, we've got a bit of adverse roll yaw here. I'll jump on the rudder pedals a bit. Yeah, there we go. I fix it up a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's me releasing the rudder. We got a little bit of right play there. No changes handing over. Yeah, we might do a little bit of trimming, I think, of that rudder there. So we want to trim to the right there, don't we? A few notches on the old trim. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? That's looking better. Thanks, guys. Good to know. My FOs, they're onto it. Who we got here? Do we have anyone joining Discord? We do. Welcome, David. What do we got? Never. Ah, dear. Okay, guys. This is my new chair. Yeah, this is one of those gaming chairs that it lights up at the back. Like, what the? Why do you need a chair that lights up? A very quick plug there, guys, for the Discord. It is full of great people like Milo right there, as well as Daz and Leroy and Domingo and Steve. Our Discord is getting quite popular now. What do we got? Over almost 150, or actually over 160 people in it. Very like-minded individuals there that we fly and drive and farm a variety and shoot a variety of different simulators, and you're more than welcome to come and join us. If you want to talk about VR, if you want to talk about X-Plane or any of the other sims, just hang out with a great group of people. I highly recommend you joining the Discord just there. Okay, what are we? 370 as we accelerate to 0.78. Yeah, shoot, fly, drive, dig, stab, trains, choo-choo. Ah, Daz.
Better get my money's worth this time, P.
Hit trees and rocks, that's right. Yes, Daz, thank you so much, buddy. Really welcome. I really appreciate your support of my channel and continuing your sub of the Fight and Flight Club. Very much appreciate it. And it's one of the things we've been doing lately, actually, is playing a little bit of Rust. For those of you that don't know what Rust is, it's a bit of a very hardcore survival game. You can build your house, you can farm, people can blow up your house and get into it, depending on the materials you use. You learn different blueprints and you eventually learn your different tiers of weapons. And it really is a case of big fish eat little fish. It's the community is I don't want to use the word toxic because that's not right. It's a great game and Gary's done very well. It's made by the same guy that did Gary's mod, and Gary's created an absolute pearl in Rust, but the community, well, yeah, you've got to have fairly thick armor, and if you can play a game knowing that you could lose everything that you've done and still find that fun, well, then that's for you. If you can't do that, or your anxiety or your heart arrhythmia plays up when you play games like that, stay away. 125. That's Trent. So 125 0 is the next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
1250.
That's the high training fit contact, then 125 0.
1250.
I was going to drink my. I grabbed my controller to drink it. I'm like, no, that's not what we do. We haven't had that much wine. Ah, Chewy, welcome to the Discord, Chewy. There you go, buddy. Welcome to you. All right. So let's have a little bit of a look here at where we are in the pack. It doesn't, Milo. And I don't think my wine fits in the holder either. Design fault. Clearly a design fault. Alrighty. Where are we in the queue? Not study level. There we are. Right there, that's us. We got QFA 490. We've got a whole bunch coming into Melbourne. And ACA, there's David ahead of us. We got Jetstar. There's Trent. There's Trent. He wow, he really got ahead of us. We were stuck on the ground for ages. Velocity 1587 and Nicholas. And it looks like they're using 3.4. Oh, are they using 3.4? That guy's on descent. He's to Melbourne. He's to Sydney. Yeah, so if he's on that side, they're using 3.4. Okay.
You Air Canada 799.
So one of the things I've been doing, for those of you that have been following along, there was a period there where I had no internet, and that was because I was doing an ISP change from Internode to another provider, and the provider I found was actually Harbour ISP, and they've been absolutely fantastic. They have been absolutely great. We've been churning through the data allowance, as you can see. We're well on our way to beat our June. We unfortunately joined at the end of June, but we are well on our way to surpassing the June attempt there at 419 gigs. And you might ask yourself, well, why? What would you do with all that internet? Well, the answer is this guy here. So I have been very much filling up my, or getting my the holes plugged in my ortho AFM on unlimited now. I wasn't on unlimited before. I only had 1 terabyte, so that 420 gig from that, with this provider would have been just under half my limit on the old provider. So I've very much been expanding my ortho a lot. We've obviously got Australia and obviously full coverage there, as well as New Zealand. We've got Japan now fully. Ooh, I've got 2 dead spots. I missed 2 tiles. I'll have to fix that. And then we obviously got the United States. I'm plugging away on the United States. I want to close in this gap and then start up into Canada. And then Europe. Oh, Europe's taken a little while. So we've got Europe, and obviously we've got the Orbix UK that we've bought. So Europe is getting there. We've obviously got Iceland. We've got all of it down to Spain, Greece. We're currently downloading Romania and Bulgaria, this area here. And then I'd like to have a look at Turkey and around that area, and also up to Finland. I need to find a good source and cover this area here as well. I'm with Superloop and can't complain. Unlimited 100 by 40 and getting speeds 98 down and 35 up. Yeah, Chewy, I'm getting very much the similar. I'm really happy with Harbour Harbour ISP. Sorry. You know what? Let's see what a speed test does when we're streaming and flying with Harbour ISP. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Given the fact that I'm uploading, you'll see the stream will start to turn a little bit crappy here, maybe a little bit choppy on the upload, because we're obviously streaming. Yeah, whoa, that's not good to do. I had to close that, guys, because my stream just went to shit. Hopefully Tron isn't watching, that's true. Yeah, Aussie Net. Stu, yeah, Aussie Internet. So it's funny, so one of the previous governments started to roll out the NBN program, where it's delivering fibre to the home. And the plan is that you get fibre into the home, about 100 megabits for now, but the system will be upgraded over time. Government changed, new government came in, scrapped it too expensive, and they started going fibre to the curb and then fibre to the node. And they've now done more of the rollout, and they're now blaming Netflix for network congestion. That's what the Australian government's now complaining about and using as their get out of jail free card. Online streaming services are killing their infrastructure. If you're building the infrastructure for the future, guys, and the technology today is crippling it, then maybe you need to have a long, hard look at the infrastructure you're deploying. Yeah, Malcolm and Tony didn't do too good there. You're in the UK. You currently have 30 down, so can't get much worse. Yeah, right. That little test I did just before, that was in megabits, so Mbps. Yeah, Chewy, lucky you. It's funny, I had fibre to my previous address, and since it was rolled out, I've only moved into apartment buildings, because my partner likes apartments. I've only moved into apartment buildings that have the NBN. So I've been very lucky in that regard. One of my other friends, he bought a house and unfortunately didn't have NBN. They were rolling out to his area, and he's only just got the NBN, and he's totally freaking out the fact that he can upload videos to YouTube in a couple of minutes instead of having to wait for them overnight and potentially fail or time out. Like, he said it's totally changing the way he uses the internet. It's yeah, it's pretty interesting. Just to let you know, you were the first YouTube channel I ever watched, and pretty much got me into X-Plane, one of the most memorable streamers. Oh, thanks, mate. That's really nice. I really appreciate it. This is like the second time I'm watching you since I'm Canadian, and the times are a bit off. Yeah, David. Well, I really appreciate it, mate. I don't stream anywhere near as much as I'd like. Unfortunately, I work for an airline full time, and it's a fantastic place to work. But we're very, very busy at the moment. Hopefully, going into a bit of a not a quiet period, but maybe it's tapering off a little bit. We'll see. and it just means, unfortunately, getting slogged for 9-10 hours and then coming home. Sometimes you just want to have a glass of wine and lay on the couch and fall asleep, or play with your dogs, and life takes over a little bit. So try to commit to a schedule. It's difficult, unfortunately. Life sometimes has different plans for you. We bought a house where NBN fibre to premises was. I told the wife it's how it is. Milo, good man, you stuck your feet in there, buddy. Then that's how it should be. Absolutely how it should be. I wouldn't move to a house unless the house was absolutely amazing. I wouldn't look to buy a place without NBN. I think as technology continues to evolve in our lives and play such a meaningful role in our lives and our entertainment and underpin a lot of other things, you're going to find the reliance on really high quality, high-speed internet to be really prudent in people's decisions to buy properties. And yeah, I think if as an owner wishing to either rent your place out or sell your place, I think having definitely fibre to your house is definitely a selling point for millennials that may be wanting to buy it, or looking to purchase a home. Considering trying to get a job in Perth when I head over, work at EGKK currently. I always forget the damn codes over in Europe and the UK. EGKK, is that Glasgow? No, it's not. EGKK. Gatwick, damn it! Missed it by that much. Ooh, I'm knocking shit over. Center 125, velocity 887, good night.
We got 283, contact Melbourne Centre now on 124.0. Good evening.
DCS Chewy is what I've heard is really good. I haven't really tried much other in regards to helicopters.
Contact city approach now, 124, that's North 4, get it.
1244, 124.
Approach 124.5,
Send a very good evening, velocity. Whoops.
Runway 25 for arrival.
Whoops. Oh, I think we just spoke over you, David.
799. Just let me coordinate with approach. Stand by.
Yeah, Con. It takes it's a complicated beast. The old Swift. It really is a complex beast, but unfortunately it's like a necessary evil. Just tackle it, get it over and done with, never fucking touch it again, but it's really good. Arsena, good evening, velocity 887 with you, flight level 370.
Velocity 887, Melbourne Centre, g'day. We've got 3 arrival, 1 way 3 call left, I'm ready, descend flight level 250.
Rivet 3 for 34 left. When ready, 250, velocity 887. Oh, well, Con, that's exactly what we had out of Melbourne. Ground, tower, and the Asus didn't show a voice room. You can override it and manually plug it in, but when you're in VR and switching channels, it has to work. You can't do that in VR. Okay, so we've been given our arrival into Sydney, so let's go ahead and plug it in. We'll brief it and prepare the aircraft because that top of descent's only 40 nautical miles away and it'll creep up on us really, really quick. So it's the Rivet 3 arrival for the runway 34 left. There it is. You ever got the joke in just
799, request is approved, Rivet 3 for runway 25.
Sorry, David, I don't know what you mean.
Rivet 3 for runway 25, Air Canada 799, thank you.
Ooh, altitude constraint, what's that one? Rivet, Bogan, Tammy, Sojet. Alright, so let's go ahead and fact check that now. So let's go ahead and bring up not better pushback, not move VR, Avitab.
Now down to 10,000.
Okay, so it's Cullen, we it's a Rivet, it's Bigham at 8,000 feet or above, then it's Tammy at 9,000 feet or below, Then it's off to Boogie. No, it didn't do it. Okay, that's why. Execute. So we do the runway first. ILS for runway 34 on the Rivet 3. Execute. That did it. Okay, so Rivet, Bigham 8th or above, Tammy 9 or below, Boogie at 6 or above, Dudoc, Nasho, expect radar vectors to final. We expect the vectors there. Soju at 3000. Also sausage. Oh my god, they are showing Ash Barton on Foxhole or KO. There you go. Is it the Zibbo you're flying? It looks kind of different. No, this is the Zibbo. This is the Zibbo 73 A firm. Okay, so that's that guy just there. We need a approach chart for the ILS 43 left. So it's going to be, oops, that's not the one I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to grab. It's going to be course 335. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just setting the aircraft up for arrival into Sydney. If you don't know what I am doing, or it doesn't make quite a lot of sense to you, don't worry, I will explain it in just a few minutes. We'll hopefully get a roll through. What are we going to land with? 3.6. That one. 63.8 into you. That gives us flaps 40, 140. Excellent. Finish with Lucky. Your stream is on to watch. Ah, right. There you go, mate. I understand you now. 110.1. So we've got 1121 for you. 110.1. That way for you. We'll switch you. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't even hear that. Whoever that was. 1121. We'll switch to you. What do we got? 220. Oh, that didn't take long to get up. That's what she said. 220. And elevation, we'll leave it at that. And when ready, he cleared us to 250. Okay, let's get some weather for Sydney. ACARS, YSS, whoa. YSS, Y, enter, send. My watch is telling me it's time to stand. You're not my real dad. 300 at 8, Cav OK, 10 temperature 16, 1020, sorry. Yeah, 1020. Okay, let's do a arrival briefing. Okay, everyone, so we are landing into Sydney today. We've been cleared the Rivet 3 arrival. So this is the Rivet 3 arrival 10-2 Echo, effective the 24th of May. Speed restriction of 250 knots below 10,000 feet. We've gone through the box and just confirmed it when we were plugging it in. But it's Rivet Bigham at 8,000 or above, to Tammy at 9,000 or below, Boogie at 6,000 or above. Then it's a right-hand turn to Dudoc, Nasho, there where we can expect vectors for the approach. The approach we're doing is this guy just here. It's chart 11-5, effective the 23rd of May. The ILS localizer for 34 left. It calls for a final approach fix of 335. We've got that dialed up on both my side and your side. It's got the ILS frequency 110.1, which we've got set there. We've got the VOR for Sydney set on the standby nav 1, primary on nav 2. Looking at the chart, we've got a MSA within the field of 2,100 feet. So as long as we're above, 2,700 feet, as long as we're above that in IMC, we won't hit anything. Looking at the approach here, it's relatively straightforward over Soju, where we start the approach shortly after that. 220 feet on the decision. We've got 220 feet set just there as we start our descent into Sydney. The missed approach for this one is track 335 at mandatory 500 feet turn left, and track 320 climb to 3,000 or directed via ATC. Coming into Sydney, it's going to be a flaps 40 landing for us, which is fairly standard. Auto brakes 1 for us. It's a really long runway. You can see here drag required. We'll acknowledge and just grab a little bit of drag here. The ground chart for Sydney, we're landing on here 3-4 left. It's over or just shy of 13,000 feet long. So that's really quite long. So what we'll aim to do is touch down. If we come in a little bit high, it's no real big drama there, but we'll seem to try and roll through on Gulf here and get off on the bay. Weather in Sydney is really good. There's nothing we really need to worry about. We're on descent now, and everything looks good. That is the arrival briefing. If anyone's got any questions, please let me know. Center velocity 887, we vacated 370 for 250. Oh wow, Chewy. Center velocity 887, we vacated 370 for 250. No whackers. Okay, get rid of the boards. As we go down. Okay, descent checklist. I knew I forgot something. Just check, yes. Descent checklist. Descent checklist, pressurization, landing altitude is 0. The recall's been checked. The auto brake is level 1 for us. The landing data, we've got a VREF of 140 set, flaps 40. It'll be 145 down the approach. I missed that off the briefing. The minimums we've got as 220 feet set barrow, and the approach briefing is completed. That's the descent checklist complete. Time for a cabin announcement, I think. Do you let passengers in the cockpit before or after flight? Yes, David, all the time. All the time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, your captain speaking. As you've noticed, we now have started our descent into Sydney. And the box has us touching down about 7 minutes past the hour. We'll have you on the gate shortly after that. Weather for arrival in Sydney is looking rather nice. With some clear skies and a northerly breeze. Temperature 16 degrees there on the airport. We do thank you for choosing to fly Virgin Australia. We trust you've had a pleasant flight, and thank you again and good evening. Okay, back with you guys.
Negative, so you just a bit quiet there, but I just heard you. Flight level 25,
I lost the weather there. I accidentally clicked the wrong button and sent the request again, and I had to stall for the information to come through in time. Okay, we're getting a little bit fast here again. Nice stall. Typical, with a nice big juicy tailwind, obviously your descent's a little bit steeper because you're actually getting pushed forward, and therefore you've got a
887 now, flight level 110.
110 checked. Flight level 110, velocity 887. So you've got a steeper descent there, and we're just on the boards.
Velocity 887, contact.
Hey, Robbie.
Now 124.4, good evening.
Over to approach now, 1244, velocity 887, good evening. Okay, let's switch to approach. I got a bit lazy and didn't get the Asus 12625.
You like movies about gladiators?
Information Bravo. The final approach course, mate. Approach, very good evening, velocity 887 with you on descent to 110 with Bravo.
Velocity 887, the approach, good evening, descend via the star 10,000, runway 34 left expecting approach to
10,000 descend via the star, expecting visual approach for 34 left, and 1021, velocity 887. Alrighty, we need to go jump into VR, otherwise we're not going to get another chance. Okay guys, so I'm going to jump into VR quickly, switching the mics again and move you out of the way. Pull you back there, and into VR we go.
Jetstar 526, turn left heading 065.
Where are my hands? Where are my hands? Come back to me. There we go. Oh, it's dark now. 1205 is next. 120. Oh, I should have done this frequency with my mouse wheel before I went into VR. Oh, my wrist. The real one's way faster. 205. We need some move VR. There we go. Hello guys, welcome back. I love those eyes. That's what all the girls used to say to me. Come on.
Send you the star 8,000 feet, Air Canada 799.
Getting fast again. Yeah, Brisbane's not too bad. It has its moments. You guys can, yeah, it's all working for you guys. So in an effort for crews to stop forgetting that they've got the boards out, I think the procedure is that you've got to have your hand on the speed brake at all times, and that's a mental note and a physical note that you've got the boards out, and not to forget to put the bastards back in. Karumba, yeah, I know that place. There we go, we've started down the arrival now, so there's crossing Rivet off to Bigham. And still for all Boeings, there you go Steve, yeah. So what you're saying is don't be lazy and have my hand on the spoilers there, mate, on the lever.
And his name is John C.
Oh, Rexy. Rexy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you're having a good time. Please feel free to get involved.
26 established 3 for
Okay, fasten seatbelt signs never came off because I'm a shit pilot. Come on, guys, you got to remind me of that stuff.
The 887 descend via the star.
Via the star 6,000, velocity 887. 6,000 set. Oh, thanks Rexy. It's not one of my best work, but
And his name is John C.
I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Trusted, welcome to the stream. Approach velocity 887. So I guess you say that again for us. Go ahead. Standard 1021.
Expect some traction
Okay, copy. We'll expedite the descent and get down there, velocity 887. Okay, what are we doing? Level change. Let's go boards out. Let's wash off the speed. Brake lights coming on. Oh, baby, shallow the descent. Shallow the descent. Shallow the descent. Come on. You're going to bust that speed restriction if you don't. It's fine, aeroplane. I'll do the job for you. Oh, hold it. Hold it. Hold it. 250 below 10. Yeah, if that's fucking close enough for government work, let's go down. I'm really good, trusted. Hello, welcome to you too, buddy. Welcome to you too. So Air Canada, we're going to get pushed in front of Air Canada. He's going to go out here, and he's going to push us in here for a visual. And we're visual, I can see the field off the nose. And approach velocity 887, we're visual. So he's going to pull the American guy out of our way. Our American friend. He should be turning right, close to turning right anyway. Oh no, he's coming to 2.5. That's right, David's coming to 2.5. Cal, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Oh, keep your hand on the boards. Sorry, Steve. By the start 3000, velocity 887, and we are we're expediting that that descent. Okay, so lower safe at around the airport's 2,700. Visual anyway. There's the airport right off the nose, everyone, right there. Unfortunately, with this tailwind, it's not doing our descent any favours of getting down there fast. We might go a flaps one, a cheeky flaps one. I'll just bring that speed back a little bit. 5,000, doubling the crew. That's a little audible warning to the crew in the back that we're at 5,000 feet. 5,600, that's close enough for government work.
1471, ready, you can contact us. 124, correction 125, day 407.
So we're turning out the ILS chart. There we go. So we're turning out for a downwind leg now. You can see the field's just there. Okay, let's hold that and bring the speed back. Ooh. Let's do 1500. Keep wash off some of that speed. The old 800, it's a slippery little thing. Come on, baby.
Okay, Canada 799D, and walk up.
4,000 Air Canada,
If he wants to get me to get really aggressive, I can chuck the gear out and swing it in now. Good. Right, 065, clear the visual approach, we'll call you established, velocity 887. 065, come on, where's it going to go? Yeah, sorry. Left.
Approximately 18 miles per hour.
Left is 065 and cleared for the approach. We'll call you established velocity 887. Whoops, wrong right. The other left. Okay.
Sydney approach, good evening. And New Zealand, one for the information Bravo, sending to flight level 120, long.
Approach checklist, altimeters are 1020, 1020. 1020, approach checklist complete. Okay guys, it's going to get a little bit busy here for me just for the next little bit. Really good, buddy. It's called Chatty, and it's a great little app. Okay, let's go and fly. Let's go to 145. I'm just going to get a little bit busy here while we do this whole flying thing. We don't need a flight director, we're going to eyeball this. We need to be really careful coming into 3-4 left that we don't cross through and come into the approach path for 3-4 right. Do some of that pilot shit. Okay, 145. 30. Flaps 40.
It's like that picture all week. Quit drinking.
Tower 120 decimal 5 velocity 887. Thanks, mate, and see ya.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Tower, very good evening. Velocity 887 with finals 3-4 left. Request roll through to Golf if available. I didn't brief if it wasn't. Shit.
Velocity 887, Sydney Tower, good evening, runway 34 left, clear to land, roll through Golf.
Clear to land, and thanks for the roll through to Golf. Velocity 887. Okay, well there you go. Fluked it anyway. There we go. That looks like finals to me. And landing checklist. Landing checklist is landing gear is down. No, it's not the fucking right order. Landing checklist, engine start switch is auto for this aircraft. The speed brake is now armed. Landing gear is down and 3 green. Flaps are 40 green light. Landing checklist complete. Go away.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. RIPJAWS.
It is set checked.
Quit sniffing glue.
Looking stable to me. My throttles, little dive.
Minimums.
Continue. Alright, we're looking down the end of the runway now.
40, 30, 20, 10.
A little bit of left, a little bit of right. There we go. Idle reverses. Reverses are normal. Aircraft decelerating. What do we touch down? 257. Damn. Looks smoother than that.
80 knots.
Okay, reverses coming in. Let's get that ground chart up. I don't want to miss golf. And we're off the brakes. Yeah, I think the landing rate's sort of a little bit off. Oh, I got heaps. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, we got an intersection. We got a runway coming up here, and that's the one we're going to cross. I feel like that one was much smoother than my last one. Okay, so there's runway 25, we're just about to cross, so the next one is Golf. So that's 25, and here is Golf.
Velocity 880.
Master caution anti-ice.
126
Can we just grab that frequency again for velocity 887? A-firm, air counter on finals just there. 126.5, velocity 887. Thanks, see ya. Yeah, that's the Air Canada right in front of us coming to runway 25, just there. Ground, very good evening, velocity 887. We're off on Golf for domestic 38. That sounds good. To the bay via Golf, velocity 887. Okay, clear right and clear left.
City ground Singapore 288 gate 58 first pushback.
Hey Lucas, welcome buddy, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing well.
Pushback Singapore 288.
Let's see if my aero bridges have changed in Sydney as well. I've got a feeling they have. I don't know what I've done. Maybe I've disabled something in the sim and they've defaulted back to a different aero bridge. I have never seen X-Plane in VR. Oh, buddy. Head over to youtube.com/DJSean00 if you want to see some more X-Plane YouTube VR. Alrighty. We want a APU.
Ground doing 46 Alpha, Alpha 2 Bravo, stage 4.
Hey Razza, welcome to the stream, welcome. Even that doesn't look right, that lettering back there. Like, yeah, it's domestic 3, yeah. Where's that turn? Just here. That was rather quick. Don't tell anybody. Okay, 38. This should be 42, 40, 38. That should be 40. It's 40, and the next one's 38. Taxi light off. APU on. Oh, and swing it into the left. Yep, I haven't got my nose in guidance system or anything. Don't know what's happened. I normally have a NIGS here to guide me in a different aero bridge. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happened. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
And his name is John C.
Hello to whoever that was and welcome. Ah, brakes! Oh, brakes! I lost my brake pedals then for a second. Who we got there? Buff Egg. Hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing really well. Do you like the tilt taxi or do you steer with rudder pedals? I cheat. I steer with rudder pedals. Okay, we are on the bay. And did I just blow the light bulb? No. On the bay and time to shut down.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotch,
Scotch.
Here it goes down. Down into my belly.
I didn't want to reset the clock. I wanted to stop the clock. 1:26, I think that's it. Okay, off, on. Yes. What do we want? Doors. We can open some doors. That one, and 2 cargoes. We want ground to put some chocks on the bugger. Set the chocks. Off and off. And I think we're good for the shutdown checklist. Okay, shutdown checklist. The fuel pump's off. Everything off but one for the APU. The probe heats are off. The hydraulic panel is set. We've turned the electric-driven pumps off. The engine pumps are off because the engines are off. The chocks are in. The flaps are up. The parking brake is set. The engine start levers are cut off. And the weather radar is off on my side and off on your side. That's the shutdown checklist complete. Here we go, guys. For the logbook, I saw 146 with 1 hour 30 instrument time, clearly. Howdy, man. Games the Monkey. Hello, buddy. New to the channel. I'm looking to get back into playing flight sim games. Haven't played for like 10 years and have no idea what I'm doing. Any advice for someone who wants to get in this and not crash constantly? Well, buddy, start off with X-Plane. If you jump on our Discord, we've got a whole bunch of really good, nice guys that help you get started and ease you into it. What's some... I guess it depends on your level of flying. Probably don't jump into the complicated stuff straight away. Maybe jump in something like a Cessna. Let me jump out of VR and we can talk more about it when I get out.
Taxiing your golf to the bay, thank you.
And that way we get a bit of microphone as well. Alrighty, well, it really depends on the level of flying that you want to do. Do you like jets? Do you like flying Cessnas? Yeah, I think X-Plane is the best out-of-the-box simulator. Here we are in lovely Sydney. You can see we should have America. We should have David off. There he goes. Is that him just there? Yep, that's him just there, I think, coming off 2.5. No, here he is. Here he is, right there. What do we got? We got 1 on short final to 3-4 left. What do we got? We got 1 going out there. No, that's a star. We got anyone else going around to 2.5? No. Let's go out and have a little look. You can't see much of Sydney Airport at the moment. This is the lovely city of Sydney at night. Oh. You got the CBD just there with the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge, Centrepoint Tower. Very, very pretty. Lots of lights. Big city in Australia. And I don't know what's happened to my aero bridges. I got FSX on Steam at the moment. I was hoping to practice and ready for flight sims coming in 2020. Okay, it's monkey. FSX it's an antiquated sim that's not being developed anymore. It's good to get your feet wet, but Prepared 3D if you want to go the Microsoft kind of route, or X-Plane I recommend. I am a long time FSX Prepared 3D user who switched to X-Plane, and I haven't gone back. Yeah, Steve, that's it, mate. That's a wrap up for me. That's the only one I'll be able to get out tonight. As American pulls in beside us. Took off before me and I beat you to the bay. Got the chocks in there. I'll be out too, yeah, awesome. That's Canada. Canada, there you go. Whoops, my bad. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I don't mean to insult you. All right. For Games of Monkey, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the channel. Unfortunately, you've caught us at the end. I think yourself and Buff Egg did catch us at the end of the stream. Unfortunately, we're going to sign off here in just the second. But I appreciate you guys jumping in and saying hello. There will be some more streaming throughout the week, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything. We'll be back throughout the week. Talking about flying throughout the week, it's probably looking like a Wednesday night or Friday night stream. Actually, it won't be a Wednesday night, and it may not be tonight. I'll try for a tomorrow night stream, so this time tomorrow, that's a bit touch and go. Thursday's probably looking a lot better for a stream, or definitely Friday. Sorry guys, again, work is pretty hectic at the moment. I really got to base this on how the week will go. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed Milk Run Monday in VR. It's absolutely fantastic. I love every second of it, and I love doing this also with you guys. Until next time, see you all around.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.